Spain. People have never had it so lucky, and I don't mean the people of Spain either. I mean people in general. The Mediterranean, the sea, the sun behind the clouds, motorhomes, travel. Spain saved my sanity. I will admit that. When I see motorhomes like this, and I see people that like to travel great distances, it takes me back to when I stayed in Kirkcaldy in Fife, and it takes me back to years and years of working in Edinburgh and doing the commute in a 3.5 ton van. What the size of that motorhome, with all the equipment inside to be able to do your work. Sometimes stuck in traffic for an hour and a half every morning, an hour and a half at night, 3 hours a day, 3 hours of your time. And I'm not alone with that. I'm not alone, you know. There was thousands of other people doing it. There still are to this day. Thousands of people commute into work to stay on the treadmill of life. Not being in touch, not being engaged with nature. When was the last time that you went to a beach just to listen to the sound of the waves? When was the last time that you went into the garden to listen to the peace and quiet? To the birds? When did you stop thinking about work? When did you stop thinking about the negativity that's in the media? And I mean this in all countries. I don't mean this just in the United Kingdom. The negativity that's in the media, be it from politicians, be it from people protesting, be it from whatever, really. I think that one of the worst things is television. One of the best that we've had is moved to Spain. Was to save my sanity of switching off for the television. I used to be and what got me thinking about this today, when I get off this sand, what got me thinking about it was, we were in getting our padron this morning in the council office. Yes, we're officially on the padron in the Malaga region. It's the second time that we've done it on our own. So the first time that we did it, we had a translator. When we did it in Catral, we did it ourselves. And we did it ourselves down here also. But there was a sign on the wall in German and in English asking if you wanted to vote. If you wanted to vote in the local elections, and if you wanted to vote in the European elections. And it got me thinking back to my old life, because it's my old life, and the way that I was so engaged in politics before. I would stay up to watch. I was lucky with my work, I could take time off to watch important historical events as they unfolded live on television. I always managed to be at home for certain things, which is quite ironic. Actually, the clouds over the mountains today again. And it is around about 22 degrees. I'll get the temperature for you, because people have been asking about the temperature over the winter period. But yeah, it's 21 degrees today. It's a little bit cloudy, it's saying. If you see that, 21 degrees. It is that time of year where I'm going to have to start wearing jeans at some point. The sandals have gone. But yeah, talking about how moving to Spain saves my sanity. Oh, there's a big paella. Check this out. Look at this. Big paella that's been cooked. So again, reheat it. And then the barbecue for the fish.
Poco bebemos.
Nada, nada. Nosotros todos no bebemos.
A mí me encanta cuando él sabe mucha broma, ¿eh?
Este. Mira, hablamos del.
This is what I love about Andalusia, is this type of eat. I was born to live here. So yeah, get back to people travelling for work and everything that it brings. There comes a point in your life, and there's a lot of people who watch this channel are at that point in their life where they're maybe coming up for retirement and they're thinking about what next in their life. There are people that haven't retired, that are ages with us, thinking about the bigger question of life and what it all means. And I think you go through a stage where, let's turn it this side, where as a parent, no one prepares you. You spend all this time bringing up children, and you spend all this time doing your best for them and caring for them, trying to teach them the rights and wrongs of life. And then they grow up and move out. And you're sitting thinking, what do I do now? And you look at each other and you go, some people may go, don't even like you. It happens. Do you know, it does happen. Many times of people had grown up children, the children have left, and then the parents split up. It does happen, it's a reality. Although that's a difficult thing to deal with, and it's splitting up, and I'm not talking about that. It's painful experience. I've been through it. Been through divorce. It's too expensive. But it does become a time where you think to yourself, there has to be more than life to this. And I'm not saying it's sitting on a semi-deserted beach on the Mediterranean. I'm lucky. I am lucky. Very lucky. But Spain saves my sanity in several ways. It stops me watching television. It's probably the best thing that I ever did. And when I think about how much television I consumed from news, it's always news. It's an avid watcher of the news and what was going on around the world. And to be honest, there's a lot of times that you can get really, really pissed off with things, you can get angry with things, and it's things out with your control. You can't control anything that is reported on in the media. And I think it was the best thing ever 5 years ago, just switching off for it completely. And people say, oh, that's fine, you can live in your bubble. Now, is it living in a bubble, or is it just getting on with life? Because I'm sure there are people that live to 100 and 104 and live in little islands around the world that have never had television, that are happy as a pig in shit, as they say. Another way that Spain saved my sanity is getting away from that 9 to 5, as they call it. I know it's not 9 to 5 in this day and age, because even 30 years ago I was working shifts, and my heart goes off to anyone that works shifts, because I know how hard it is on the body, on the mind, and your sanity, especially night shift, when you're eating a full meal at 12:30 at night, and then you're finishing work at 6 in the morning, and then you're having a couple of tins of beer at 7 o'clock in the morning because that's your night time, and your friends think you're all friggin' mental. They think that you're bonkers. You have a pint after work. Why can't I? just because it's 7 in the morning, there's no written rules saying this, especially when you come to Spain, and they're drinking brandy in the morning, cañas at 10 o'clock. But getting back to how Spain saved my sanity, I'm definitely a lot calmer person. And it's probably a combination of all those things put together. It's not a combination, it's not just one thing. It's not just, I can smell another barbecue here. I love it. I'm sorry, I love it. It wasn't just the one thing. It was probably a combination of things that makes you a lot more relaxed. And even if you're still at the, there's another paella. God, he's got the barbecue on as well. Paellas on the beach and barbecue. So yeah, I keep going all over the place with this video. It's the thing about not scripting videos and just going with what's in your mind and being honest. Being honest, I think. About myself, really. Is this a means of self-help, this video? Or is it just appreciating where I am in my life and appreciating the journey over the last 5 years? And there's a boat getting brought out of the water. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Tractor, the boat just goes up onto the water. Seen quite a lot of fishing boats out this morning. So I am on the edge of Nerja today, and looking along this way, along that way to Torux Costa, and then back up this way, back into town. It's a massive beach, this. I'm loving the idea that the boats, well, tractors got to come out and take the boats back in. Proper old school. So I think the moral of the story is, is there a moral of this story? Or is it just me rambling on an afternoon? It's probably just more me rambling, isn't it? I walk along a massive Basilic beach. This reminds me of the beach at St Andrews. If you've ever been to St Andrews in Fife, there's a big, in fact, Tenchmuir Forest, which is just up the road from St Andrews. You want to drive away up the country roads, you park in the forest, it's car park in the forest, and they've got this really long, it's a way better beach than this. It's a way better beach than you get in any part of Spain. I will say that, because it has beautiful forest, and then over the sand dunes to a beach untouched by humans, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, get back to why my sanity, my mental health, my happiness are all better since I moved to Spain. It's probably a combination. Check this boatyard out. Wow. It's unbelievable. It's fantastic. I love finding new places. Oh, this is great. That was well worth the walk today. Anyway. Happiness. Life. Stress. work, television, negativity. What is out with your control and what is within your control? God, that's actual marble rock. Holy shit. It's marble. Wow. Never thought I'd be sitting on an actual bit of marble. Sitting on the beach. Rather than grinding the damn things flat to then polish them, diamond polish them. In a house in Edinburgh. And then got an hour and a half drive home. And then if you're stuck in traffic and it was during the winter and the Forth Road Bridge is closed, you've got to take that damn detour away up past Kincardine. And then you're starting to contemplate your life and contemplate your decisions of career, your choice of career, and whether the money is worth it. And when you look at your bank balance, you say, of course the money's worth it. Of course the life choices is worth it. But are you truly happy? That's the moral of the story. See, a lot of houses out here, £500,000 houses, £1 million houses, up in the hillsides. But does that bring you happiness? Being a millionaire, does that bring you happiness? Stresses of running a big business with 20, 30, 40, 50 employees, does that ultimately bring you happiness? I've seen people that have had businesses of those sizes, and now that they don't have those businesses, because maybe they sold them. Quite a few people I know have sold businesses that have had that level of employees, and they've never been happier. It is a funny old life that we live. Sometimes maybe just stripping everything back and getting back to nature and finding your little place of happiness, while still being able to enjoy the finer things in life. Still loving the fact that this comes in, grabs the boats out. Anyway, that's enough rambling today. It's heating up a bit. How long can I go before I wear full length trousers during the daytime? The sandals have gone. Had to start wearing socks again. Oh my goodness, listen to yourself. Oh, such a first world problem, isn't it? Having to decide when to stop wearing shorts, and even thinking about getting the winter clothes out. A jumper. Maybe even a hoodie. Anyway, thank you for watching today, and especially you. Yeah, if you're still watching, thank you, because it means you've endured my nonsense chat for the last, I don't know how long this video's been running for. Just to let you know, the life is wonderful. And even as you sit here watching this, you know, life isn't that bad. Hasta luego.